It's been a long day already. How's everybody else doing though? Hope everybody's day's been good and smooth. Hey, Wingo. I said, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Day started off here with some thunderstorms and they've settled down. Now it's just humid and kind of warm outside. Shell, I'm not doing too good at all today. How about yourself? I hope everybody's having a better day than I'm having. So it's been a. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. Waking up stressed and being stressed all day. Hey, Georgia. And then the stress never ends. What's wrong right now is we don't have anything to eat. We don't have any food, supper, or anything, and I'm desperately needing some help. And I'm hoping somebody finds it in their heart to help us out with a few dollars or something, so we can you know get a little something to eat on. Trailer Swift, Trailer Swift. That was a good. I like that. That was a good. I'm not even tired or sleepy. But every time I get on here, I yawn. Hey, Deborah. Thank you for the heart, me. I did watch one of the saddest things I think I've ever seen in my life. Um, hey, Colleen, Willie Nelson did "You Were Always on My Mind" live last night for Dolly. It was like you could see how emotional he was during the whole song, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Kind of made me cry. Hey, Debbie. Willie Nelson did it for last night in tribute, and I watched the video of it, and I was just like, "Oh man!" Like you talking about hitting right in the feels, because you could feel his pain singing that for his friend. Then I've seen on Facebook where Tim Curry passed away.
Mm.
That one shocked me for a different reason because I would have almost bet money that he was already. I thought he passed away back last year. I really did.
I thought you did too.
Oh, I've seen Vince Gill at George Jones's funeral. That was that's hard to watch without shedding a tear. Yeah, old Willie Nelson's getting up there. Man, he's just nice china.
Wait, what?
Oh, someone's making fun because I got a double chin.
That don't even make any sense.
Just somebody being childish. Yeah, Willie is just man. He's just
I should have thought about that before they said it.
goes to show the ignorance of some people. You know, this. I just don't understand this world. I thought like high school stuff would be left in high school. Like I never thought I'd be 46 years old being bullied by adults because of my weight. Whoever thought that? It's like it's just it's a sad world we live in. But it's only going to get worse. That's the bad thing about it. Do y'all really want to hear something funny? Hey man, how's it going? Uh, not good. I'm not even going to lie about it and say I'm good. I'm not good at all today. I'm stressed. I don't feel good. I haven't ate today. Don't know if we're eating tonight. So got lied to in here last night by someone who's been coming into our chat and everything. It was like, "Hey, I'll Instacart you some stuff," and then that whole story just the more she typed, the more you could tell it was just somebody um, trolling. So but unless we get some help, because right now I don't know where else to turn to. Uh, so if anybody can help me out with anything going towards groceries or just going towards a meal, it would definitely be appreciated. Pam, there are, but they don't have anything in them right now. Thank you, Holly Holly. Not on disability. Hey, Wicker Man. Thank you. I'm not on disability. I've never said I was on disability, so I don't know where that's come from. We do not get food stamps any longer. We haven't had those in, God bless. Um, God, we ain't had food stamps in at least 8 months, if not longer.
Yes.
There's a few places that does food boxes when they have the means to do them, but as of right now, they just don't. They really are. It's just like they tell you to they encourage you to call ahead instead of wasting a trip out there. Um, so, but I mean that's how bad they've gotten, where they actually encourage you to call ahead to before coming to see about one. And then last night, like I said, this one person told me they was going to do an Instacart. I'm gonna tell that story. I've called around Jeannie, and there's just every place. There really isn't nothing out there right now. Um, so I've made. Well, actually, Angela's made the phone calls today. So um, last night I had someone, and they're probably over there in another live, bragging about it because I called on. Hey, Candace, I'm getting her name right now. Um, but I was asking for some help with some food last night. I didn't get any help. This person was like, "Hey, yeah, I can help you out." Uh, she said, "I got it perfect." But I'll have to Instacart it. It was fine. That's great. Yeah, thank you. Um, and she said, "Just send me a list." I didn't want to send a list. I was just like, "Hey, this is kind of what we eat. Chicken, whatever. We're not picky eaters. Um, just whatever you send, we'll be grateful for." I think I said the only thing really was like nothing hot because none of one of us can eat like hot flavored food now. I can't eat it. That was fine. We talked for a little while, went back and forth. Got it ordered for you. Awesome. And I said, "Oh, this was never a fall through. This was an on purpose from the get go, Becky. Um, and y'all's opinion on this. It's perfect." And I said, "Can I ask you to screenshot me, you know, where you ordered it? That way I know for sure because I've not explained that I've had people that has offered help and never come through. And I just want to make sure, kind of, I told her, I said, I'm not accusing you, but I just want to make sure. I don't have a phone number. Okay. You don't have a phone number. So you don't have a phone. You don't have a phone number. Uh, She's like, hey, I'm using my granddaughter loaned me her iPad. Then the iPad turned into a Kindle later on. Um, but at the beginning of the conversation, maybe two or three back and forths, she told me that she works for Instacart and she gets a discount. I don't know if you get a discount or not through Instacart if you work there. I don't know. So when she said she didn't have a phone, because I'm like, oh, can you send me that? She didn't have a way to do it. She couldn't send a picture through TikTok, and she'd been trying to update Instagram and can't get Instagram to send a picture. Um, and I was just like, okay, so I've got a texting app that I use on my phone quite often. If you don't want to give me your phone number or something, that's fine. Oh yeah, then it gets better, Becky. Hang in there. It gets better. So she doesn't have a phone number, but she works for Instacart. She doesn't have a phone because she said her daughter had lost it somehow. I asked, how do you work for Instacart without a phone? Because you have to have a phone to do the orders, to take the orders when you're out, see what people want. You got to have one. Oh, my husband drives me around. Okay. Then, okay, that might happen. He might have it on his phone. But then the big kicker came out that, yeah, still got to have the phone to process the orders there. But then the big kicker came out that supposedly somebody in my chat sent her the link to use to order us some food. Now that's her supposedly. And then she goes into, did they steal my money? And I was like, well, where'd you order from? And then when she told me where she supposedly ordered this food, I knew right then and there it was a lie. She told me, she said, I ordered it from Ollie's. I don't know what you guys know about Ollie's, but Ollie's is more like I don't know, they're not really second. They're kind of like Big Lots was, but they don't have a grocery section.
Yeah,
You're not ordering eggs, milk, and chicken, and
not have cold food.
yeah, and a big tub of hamburger meat, like she said, and you're not getting all of that at Ollie's. You might go in there and get some cookies, some chips, some drink, something like that, but you're not getting what she says she ordered. So I'm like, okay, so for one, yeah, exactly, Bisquick. That's exactly how ours is, Becky. Clothes, tools, and Bisquick just said they're a bulk store that buys out clothing stores.
Yeah.
They don't have a grocery department. You're never really going. You might go in at Ollie's and grab one thing once and go in there for it again, and it's never there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you can get Viennies and you can get cookies and chips and stuff like that. Maybe like some canned SpaghettiOs, but they don't have the food. They don't have a meat department like this woman was claiming she ordered from. Ice cream and coffee. I know they have coffee because you can. We used to go in there and buy big boxes of coffee back in the day from Ollie's. They'd have like the 50 count K cup for like $20. So she worked for Instacart but didn't have the Instacart out. She didn't have a phone number to send a text through to show me a screenshot. And there's still more to this story, guys. She claims, and she was claiming that someone who was in here sending gifts last night was the one who sent her the link. And I was just like, okay, that's another red flag. She put that up there in hopes that I would fall for it all, and she would be able to run back to her awareness people that she's from and go, I tricked them again, guys, because she's done it once. She tricked me once into thinking she was going to help me, and then all of a sudden just came out and started talking bad about me. Came back up on another profile um, and was trying to do it again, but this time I didn't fall for it. And I took all the screenshots. I've been debating on posting the whole story for everybody to read. I didn't fall for it this time. I was just like, hey, I started asking questions, and it was like, why are you asking me so many questions? Well, I just, trying to protect myself here. And I done told Angela, I was like, this is a troll. I was like, this is a troll. 100%. They're not helping. And then then she told me, I'm gonna go back and look at the order. But then the order was magically gone. But then when she got mad at me for questioning her about the order, she magically found the order to cancel it. That's not suspect at all. So went through all that, and I just flat out told him, hey, she sent me this link that was supposed to have been what somebody from my chat sent her, which was stupid. Why would you do that? If you work for Instacart and you use Instacart yourself, why would you have to have someone you don't know send you a link? So, the one thing that got me too was, the earliest I can send it is 4:45 tomorrow, and I pulled up Instacart for deliveries because I downloaded Instacart real quick, signed back into my old account that I had 2 or 3 years ago, put in our new location, looked it up, and there was times to have stuff delivered from 9 o'clock in the morning till almost midnight. The only reason they was saying that is to be able to get on there and be like, "Ha ha, we tricked you again. We're not helping you." Uh, and hoping that I would believe the stuff they was saying too about the link. Thank you, Jessica. Um, because that's who they picked out and was claiming sent me the link was Jessica, and I was like, Jessica was in our chat all night long throwing gifts. She's been in there several times, talking, cutting up, throwing gifts. I don't believe she sent you one thing about a link. Why would she send you a link randomly? Thank you for the roses, pretty woman. Jessica, you remember last night the woman who offered to send us Instacart order to help us with some groceries? She was a liar.
I don't see how people can live with themselves, treat people like that.
Oh, told me stories about how when she was 23 years old, she was homeless and didn't have anybody to help her and everything. And she's dealing with seizures and this, that, and the other. Uh, and then at the very end, we do not. At the very end, go and tell me, well, I how did she put it? Our Lord and Savior have mercy on our souls, and I know He's going to help you. And I was just like, you sat here and lied to me for 20 minutes back and forth talking, and then going to put that at the end. I hope he does have mercy on her. So, but yeah, that's where we're at, and still needing help with something to eat. It's been a long day. We're both sitting here hungry. Uh, Becky, I agree with you. She needs to go pray,
Yeah.
not just putting up a front and then using that at the end. Hey, little princess, because it was. I don't know how somebody can get a kick out of. Oh, I know this person is hungry. They don't have food. Let me offer to help them, and then not help them.
And what we have in our cups right now is it.
I've been drinking water all day.
Oh, well, what-
You got the last of the tea,
yeah.
and I've been drinking water all day. It was a troll account. Once we got talking, I compared some stuff back and forth to the last time she trolled me, and kind of caught on to it. Some of the, because the way you talk is the way you talk. It was that Rose account, the Poems by Rose, who just came in here, had a pink dot, and a rose emoji was her name. So I appreciate that, Becky. And I know times are tough, but I don't get how somebody can do that and think that's funny. I don't get these people who can get on here and do and say horrible stuff about people and just think it's funny. You know, I've got screenshots of comments where people have said, "I can't wait until they're doing lives back in their car." I got a DM for when Angela was in the hospital that said, "Hope she doesn't get to come home ever." You know, got a couple messages, but like, "Oh, you are fat enough to not have to eat for a couple of days." So I Jessica, I don't know how a lot of these people don't get banned. A lot of them are coming on burner accounts. They'll have nobody that follows them, nobody that they follow. They come through, they say what they want to say, we block it, and then they're right back in there again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just look at the numbers, guys. We're sitting here with 122 people in the chat, and I guarantee you at least 90, and I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt of having 31 people watching because of me. I guarantee you 90 of them are trolls. Becky, I don't know. Yeah, not following many people isn't that bad. It's the ones that are like coming in here with 0, 0, and they come in here and they just immediately say something stupid. Um, I think again late last night they had me back in the pink tutu on one of them. Then they had me just cramming cheeseburgers in my mouth in the other one.
Their time will come. Their time will come.
But it's just kind of none that can help at this moment. Hey Lisa, not having any videos isn't that big. When I say the troll accounts with low follow, I mean the ones that are 0, 0. Um, If one comes in here today, I'll be sure to point it out because it's 0-0. The picture won't be them. The picture will be something stupid, and I'm sure one will come in here eventually. It's yeah. I'm not talking about the ones that's just got low counts. I'm talking about the ones that don't have anybody. It's a brand new account. The name is something. I'm trying to think of the one last night that came through. Uh, yeah, and here's something else that gets me. Since I'm just talking, still need help. So if anybody can help us with anything going towards any kind of food, it would be appreciated, guys. But last night, we obviously talked about Dolly
Oh yeah.
because they make money, Becky. One of them's cleared about 70K this year. Anyway, we were talking about Dolly Parton last night. And now they're trying to attack me for saying something disgusting and degrading about Dolly Parton. I said exactly what Dolly Parton said. We were sitting here talking. Everybody was, talking about their favorite songs and favorite memories and stuff. And I said I thought one of the funniest things was when she broke Jimmy Fallon. And I'm gonna say it again because she said it herself. Jimmy Fallon asked her, was trying to be serious. She was on a show, said, "What's something about Dolly Parton that people don't realize?" And she goes, "Well, most people don't realize I've got a really nice ass too." And that man didn't know what to say. He laughed. The crowd laughed. She laughed. Cut up about it. Everybody, if you watched Dina Dolly Parton, you know what kind of humor she had. But she said it. But I repeated it, and that was a derogatory remark about Dolly Parton. What do you guys think? If you watched her, you've seen what kind of sense of humor she had. She made a lot worse jokes about herself than that. But somehow or another, I'm in the wrong for saying that. Something that she said herself. Hey, Sonny Love. That's almost verbatim how she said it. I think the only thing I might be off on is exactly how Jimmy Fallon said it. Not too good today, Sonny Love. Not good at all. Yeah, but I'm being attacked by trolls and awareness for saying derogatory comments about Dolly Parton. And the only thing I did was repeat something she said about herself. And it was a joke. And it was hilarious when she said it. And it will always be hilarious. How is the wife feeling? Is she feeling better? She is feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Still got her covered up because I left the fan on her. And don't at me. We haven't been to Chick-fil-A. It's one of those hard plastic cups they was giving out. One of Angela's friends at the gym got like
He was trying to get the golden one.
he was trying to get the golden one. He got like 4 or 5 of these, so he brought her one. Well, hey Jake, how are you doing? But it's like I just don't understand how they can turn that into something.
I wish I did have some Chick-fil-A. And no, I'm not dry bagging.
Hey Mimi, how are you doing? Not good. Not good. Could be doing a lot better today. But it's been a lot going on, and I'm fed up with being called a liar. I'm fed up with being pushed through the mud. They are. There's a lot of people struggling. It really is, and it goes to show you how much is struggling when you go to the food bank and they're deplenished. Lisa, I didn't get mine back, but my mod Jessie has been letting me use hers. Uh, and I trust her with my life. So, Mimi, right now we are trying to get some help to get some groceries or something to eat, groceries or something. Um, thank you, Shell. Still can't speak 100% on that right now, though. I'm still waiting on a back and forth right now. So, but I said that, and the lives that are streaming are like, well, let's be sure to mass report her cash out. But they've been trying to get hers. They was reporting hers before she started letting us use it.
See, what is wrong with people though? I mean, it blows my mind. Like we're sitting here with absolutely nothing
Because this is the
to eat
people
or drink.
who has sat there and said, "Oh, you're a liar, you're a scammer, you're this, you're that," and it doesn't matter what we do. We'll always be that to these people.
Like I've never in my life seen so much hate.
Me either. We could win the lottery tonight, and it be public information that we won the lottery. And I could get on here and be like, "Look, I'm paying everybody back who's ever helped me, and I'm helping other people." And they would be like, "Well, who'd you scam the money off of? You scammed the government out of the lottery."
I
And
mean,
then,
I'm sitting here on oxygen, and these people want to see me out in the heat, living in the car. Like who does that?
Jenny, right now we are worried about food. That's the only thing we're really concerned about at this moment. Is just getting something to eat. What do you mean, Lisa? Like, what do we have to eat, or what do we have for payment options? Because to eat, we have nothing. Venmo and PayPal. I had a jump and stuff, guys. So let me. What am I missing here? Yeah, I mean, I listen. I'm not. I wouldn't even take that as funny because I can only imagine. Uh, Holly, if we get any money, what we're planning on doing is and completely transparent. We do have DoorDash. Um, right now, that's how we're having to get stuff delivered to us. I was going to order. Depends on how much we got. If it's Dollar General or Aldi's to get us some food. Um, so that's Major. They're just trying to say, "Oh, I'm fat, so I don't need to eat." We're a little bit down the road from a supermarket, but the thing is, right now I can't drive the car. I do understand that, Lori. And if you can't help, you can't. And I completely understand it. If you don't want to help, that's fine too. I do have PayPal. I will tag you in it. You know, would help, but I don't want to take your last few dollars. I don't want you to feel, I don't want you to send us something if you need it. They would be, Jeannie. And like I said, we order from, when we do our DoorDash order with groceries, we usually do Aldi's. Unless it's just, like a few bucks. We're doing like a $20 order. Holly, I went ahead and sent you my Venmo, but like I said, if that's your last, I don't want to take your last few dollars. I don't want to put anybody in a bind. If don't put yourself in a bind to help us. You all right? I don't know if it would get something, but it would be a start to go with. If anybody else helped with anything else. So, uh, Aldi's is kind of like they're kind of like a Save a Lot. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Um, Hold on, Lisa. Y'all give me 1 minute to. I always like to ask before I just, give it out there. Give me 1 second, Lisa. And thank you so much. Thank you. We really do appreciate it. And like I said, everything anybody helps with is going towards groceries. Make sure I type that. Lisa, I just tagged you in that. Holly, that's TIM0379. I don't know if he was putting an O. Pretty sure. Nope. Didn't nobody say you scammed me? And I'm not cyberbullying by telling the truth where you just lied to me last night.
I was at that. Bite the tongue.
So,
Well, she's got a set on her getting on there.
yep. Well, she blocked me last night. So, yeah, exactly, Amber. How would I? She lied about sending us groceries last night. So how is that? How would I have scammed her? How is this? Holly, I can, but I would suggest to send it in a DM. I would not put it out here in public what your name is, because they will bombard you and the trolls will attack you. So I would not put my Venmo name on here. I would put it in a DM. Is it Anya? Am I pronouncing that right? Well, I thank you so much for the help. I do. And I hope they don't hassle you too much for helping us. Because it's been a jump in people coming through here since I said we got a little bit of help. But yeah, it's like how I didn't say she scammed us. All right, she lied.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference between lying to somebody and scamming, and I don't think people understand that. I don't think some of these trolls and some of these awareness people understand definitions of stuff. Okay, Anya. How did she lie? Oh, you wasn't here for the story earlier. Okay, she said last night. I'm gonna speed go through the story. She said last night, I'm gonna send you some stuff through Instacart. So okay, that's fine. That's great. Thank you. Then she didn't have a phone, but she told me she worked for Instacart, but she doesn't have a phone. Then she told me she used a link that someone in my chat sent her and tried to blame it on someone who was sending me gifts last night, so I would go and block them. Um, then said she ordered this big list of groceries from a store that doesn't even sell, groceries. And then said that somebody had sent her a fake link. And I asked questions. I said, how do you work for Instacart if you don't have a phone? If you don't have a phone number, how do you work for Instacart? You really can't. Because you got to be able to take the orders. And she said, well, my husband drives me around. Well, you still have to be able to take the orders, go into the store with a phone, shop it, and all that stuff. I know how Instacart works. She lied about the time that Instacart had. She was never going to help from begin with. She was nothing but a troll that was coming over here to get my hopes up and then string me along and then be like, hey, dumbass, I was never going to help you. And this is because they've done that a couple of times before, and run right back over to the awareness group and send them the screenshots of everything. Then they post them up and they all laugh because, oh, you got their hopes up that you was going to help them and you didn't give them any help. Ha, ha, ha. That's what they do.
Well, here's what I have to remember with these people is Judgment Day's coming. And they think that they are all high and mighty and they don't owe an explanation to anybody. But guess who they're going to owe an explanation to when that day comes?
Yeah. I've spoke that with somebody else a lot of times. I was like, I would hate to know that when I kick the bucket and I'm standing in front of the pearly gates and they're like, hey, You're not getting in because you was horrible to people on TikTok. People you don't even know. These people don't know me, but they can tell you everything about my life. It does go for everyone, Deborah. No one's not going to slide by getting judgment cast on them
No.
when they're gone. Exactly. Which comment, Lisa? I didn't see it. I seen you ask what her CA was, and I tagged you in it. I thought I did. Did I not? I did. Hey, Jamie. I think it takes more effort to be mean to somebody than it does to be nice. I really do. Like if you see somebody out, uh, they look nice. You say, "Hey, your hair looks nice today." Okay, but you might have to dig for something to say bad about them. Thank you, Royal, for the heart me. You know, whew, thank you for the galaxy, Holly Holly. Thank you. I have not seen a galaxy scroll across this screen in a long time. Appreciate that. Because they think they have this duty to deem whoever they want. If you had to ask for help, they'll deem you as a scammer and a liar. And they think they have this duty to get you off of this app once they've done that to you. And that's all it is. Well, see, it's a group of them, and it's a large group of them that do it. I will, Lisa. I'm gonna be getting off here in just a couple of minutes, and I will DM you because I'm not seeing your comments. Um, it's cooler to be in the big group than it is a small group, and it's sad that this world, the small group of people, are the ones who are kind to each other, will help each other. You know, pat somebody on the back when they need it, hug somebody when they need it. But everybody thinks that it's you say something that's hurtful and a few people laugh, that oh, that's what gets the laughs, and now these people like me and I want to be liked by everybody. It's trying to be accepted. Some of these people will do whatever the in crowd is doing to be accepted. I remember there was an old preacher in Memphis. Saturday morning commercials would come on for a
Yeah.
Sunday morning, and it was God bless. I cannot think of his name,
I know you're talking
but
about
he
that.
used to say, uh, "What you got to do in life is get close to God, get away from the in crowd, get close to God."
Mm.
Because he'd always end that when he's like, instead of reaching out and getting a 6 pack of alcohol, get a 6 pack of Jesus.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then there was his other saying on there was get hope in your brain and dope out your veins.
Yeah.
Was it Steve Gaines? Oh, Anya, you should go look. I have a thing marked on our page. It's cyberbullying is pinned at the top. Scroll through those pictures and see what they've done to us. I got you on that, Deborah. And you see, that's something. Oh man, I can hear it in his voice. Um, don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take their opinion from. Is that how it goes? I think that's how it's said. And it's like, man, I try to do that, but it's like every aspect of our lives, these people, even when we're not on here, they're still. They called when Angela was in the hospital this last time. Thank you, Anya. I hope you stick around too. You know, we've made some good friends over here. We have. And contrary to what they want to say, is we've got friends on here that we talk to every day that has never sent us one dime. But they're like, "Hey, how you doing today?" And then when they're sick, we check on them. You know, when they're sad, we check on them. You know, we heard from them in 2 or 3 days. Hey, how you doing? You know, Anya, we are fine with that. She said we're stuck with her. We are fine with that. But guys, I'm going to get off here and take what we got and get us a little something to eat because we are both extremely hungry. And don't know if we'll be back on later on the night or not. Here in Virginia, we are in Tennessee. And not on the beautiful end of Tennessee with all the mountains and attractions. We're on the end of Tennessee with all the potholes and we're West Tennessee. We're kind of depends on which part of Virginia you're in. I think what across Tennessee is what 5.5, 6 hours to Gatlinburg.
Uh,
We ain't been in so long. It's
been so long since we've been here.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad of a drive.
I love Gatlinburg.
Oh God, I do too. Near DC. Okay, you're okay. A little bit further of a drive. It's almost across the state of that one, and we're across this state. So imagine if we went to Northern Virginia, we'd probably go through Kentucky instead of all the way across Tennessee. It'd probably shoot us through Louisville and all those places. I ain't been to Louisville in years. I'm just guessing. I'm nowhere near a GPS. Thank you, Anya. I'm about to. Tina, how come you can't go get into Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg right now? I haven't seen anything about them. Oh, okay. Yeah. I imagine since Dolly passed, I imagine there's a place.
Yeah.
I imagine Dollywood's got a line around the state. Last thing, did y'all see last night when they lit up the Empire State Building pink?
Yeah, and where did I seen something else on Facebook where I can't remember where it was, but they had their stuff pink.
Yeah.
And then I seen where there was people like camping out in her house, like on the other side of the gate.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, I thought that was whatever you got to say about Trump I thought it was really classy of them to order that the flags fly at half staff for Dolly. And see, and I'll tell you something else too that I think is great with Dolly. Um, Still live in Western New York. Been around New York a little bit. Um, is Dolly past knowing how much she was loved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times performers and entertainers and even us normal people, we pass and we don't know how much we're loved.
Yeah.
That woman had to know she was loved by the world. You know, uh, have your Dolly Parton cup, coffee cup. So we gotta start because we don't know. We don't know when that last breath's going to happen.
No.
So we got that comment on out of here. But yeah, we just don't know, and it's imagine going knowing there's so many people love you, so many people pass, and they wonder, did this person love me? So if you love someone, let them know. Show a little kindness. That's what we're supposed to be doing in this life. Guys, we're going to get off here. Thank you, everybody who double tapped. Thank you for the gifts, Holly.
Thank y'all.
Pretty woman, you sent the roses. And thank you, Anya, for helping us with some groceries tonight. We are going to get off here. Like I said, we may pop back on later on. I don't know. I already kicked him out. He's gone.
It's been bad.
Well, that and I can see the room raging on him. I'll tell you when I get off. Wasn't towards us. It was towards Dolly. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna get off here. Thank you, everybody. Love all you guys. And hey, you know what? I love the haters. I do. The good book says, "Love your neighbors like you love yourself." And I love myself a lot. I do. So, thank you guys. Want to end it?
Thank y'all for everything, and thank y'all for watching and talking with us. And maybe we'll see y'all after a while.
What's on? Well, my arm hairs just start moving all of a sudden. That was weird. Okay, guys. Catch y'all later.